I mean, if you take any of these things individually, those are enough for a midlife crisis. Losing a job where you're making a lot of money, had a big house. Losing your marriage, cancer. She's got a whole bunch of these all at once. So I think one of the things, and again, we can each individually work on our respective, area with her, but I think one of the big things is to get her to see this as an opportunity. Like, how big of a person was she that she could take 4 or 5 people's midlife crisis and take it all on herself. Point. Like, she's got a big thing coming out the back end of this.
Right.
Right?
This is a gift.
Yeah. Creating the context for her first. And again, in a very loving way, having her get that this, all these all together could be the best thing that ever happened. You're up for a big reinvention. I think one of the things to look at, though, is where do we start? She's got to have something to start building esteem based on again. Now, one of the things as far as a job, and that's that's going to carry a lot of weight because she's got to be earning income, But one of the things is that she's probably doing job search the way most people are, and she's looking to see what jobs are open and stuff like that. And that's not the way you effectively look for a job, especially in this kind of economy. It's all based on relationships, about connecting with people. So one of the things that I think she needs right off the bat is some kind of structured daily and weekly program for being active. Because one of the things that happens is that when people are in a job and they're salesman of the year and all this stuff, they feel real good every day when they go home because they have quotas and they met certain results. She's not living with any results right now. She doesn't at the end of the day go, oh, I did this. Yep. And it's like if she doesn't have a job at the end of the day right now, it's just loser, right? Yep. Well, the thing, what you're talking about, it sounds like on every level, and that's why we're all here, is that her having tangible, real things she's doing in each area right now. Like for her to go to her closet and dress up as if she's going to work. For her to structure her day like a work day. I guarantee you right now, she doesn't live with her day like a work day right now. She's not spending 4 hours focusing on job search because, and then taking lunch and then spending 4 hours focusing on job search again and then doing her homework with the kids and all that stuff. She's probably all over the place. She's probably spending maybe an hour each day or maybe staying up till midnight on the. So having structure, dressing the part, it's all going to build up for the mentality. Hi, Trina.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I feel good.
Well, you have a bright smile, and you actually have a lot going for you, and I'm here to support you around the career side of things. I'm the career guy. So first off, just in the story that that's come out so far, it sounds like this all began when you lost your job. This kind of slide of unfortunate events.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. So one question I have for you is, well, first off, would you be willing that this could have been the best thing that ever happened to you?
In the first year that I was laid off, I thought that. And then the second year, I was a little bit unsure. Now I'm just kind of like, it's not so good anymore.
Yeah.
Like I used to think that, like you lose your job, 6 months, you're back and you got even a better job, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. But now I'm just like, I'm not so sure anymore.
Well, and you know what? I don't mean to dismiss, or discount the, the obvious feeling of loss and everything around it. But a lot that's come out in your story is that you kind of were, I don't know if you were tired of it, but you felt like you were tied there. It was kind of like golden handcuffs. You were tied in the job, and you were staying there because of the money.
Yeah.
And yet there were passions and things from your past. You had a journalism degree. You said that writing is something that you're interested in. And just in my experience, I find that the universe listens. When people are a little bit like disenfranchised or whatever from their job, the universe tends to listen. And so when I say, are you willing that this could be the best thing that ever happened to you? If we don't base it so much on the results that have happened thus far, but based on the fact that this could open you up to something brand new if you follow through. I mean, you had a lot of sucker punches coming after you lost your job, right? So it's easy to kind of start thinking, well, nothing's working, right?
Yeah.
I personally, and this is just my thinking on this, I think you've got a huge opportunity to reinvent on a ton of levels. So you have a great support team here that's going to help you in all those areas. But what I want to speak to you about specifically is around the job and around the career. It sounds like you were kind of a superstar, got sales awards. You came home every day feeling good about yourself, met your quotas, exceeded your quotas, things like that. What's happened? What does your day look like since you lost your job?
Now, since I've lost my job, I've kind of been like just homemaker. You know, I get up, I take the kids to school, make their lunch, you know, dinner, volunteer at school, come home, you know, pick them up at 3, do some house cleaning after I drop them off. You know, maybe watch a little couple TV shows that I have taped.
Okay.
But very just, you know, just very sluggish, you know, like I feel like I'm not using, you know, what I have.
Yeah. Well, you definitely don't end the day with a sense of productivity, right? When you were meeting or exceeding quotas and getting your awards and everything. So one question I have is, have you ever heard the phrase that looking for a job is a job? Okay. So what implied by that is, you know, because a lot of times if people are laid off, they're not working, all of a sudden the honeydews come out. Honey, can you do this? Honey, can you do that? And then your whole day is gone. You don't know how you even worked.
Yeah.
One thing I would ask is, first off, what are you doing around job search? Because you named a whole lot of things there, but nothing in what you said involved job search. So what are you doing around that?
I've signed up at Career Builder, I've done like some internet, but the internet is just, you know, I never get any feedback. If I apply for a job in my industry, I definitely will get some hits, but because retail is so slow, there isn't a lot out there.
Right.
But when I send my resume that way, instant. But when I send it like trying to get another marketing or another sales job in another field, if you didn't work at Target before you go to Walmart, then they don't want to look at me.
Well, one thing I want to distinguish for you, and first off, you know, you're doing what most people do. So I just want to acknowledge that it's not different from most people, okay? In regular times, rudimentary job search skills will get you by, applying for things online. These aren't regular times, okay? So it really requires doing something different, okay? So first off, I want to say that what I'd like to see you begin to look at is constructing your day around a new job. The job is getting a job. And so that means that you actually piece your day out the same way you would have when you were working for Diesel, okay? I don't know what that day looked like, but if you were working 4 hours in the morning, and then you took lunch, and then you worked 4 hours in the afternoon, and then you worked with your kids on their homework, I want you to have that same structure. It's just that each of those 4-hour sections are specifically focused on looking for a job. And the tough thing will be to have the kids realize that mommy's got to do that. So that means you've got to actually divorce yourself from the kids. You got to have an office. You got to set yourself up separate from them. And you got to, what are their names?
Christian and Connor.
Christian and Connor. You got to tell Christian, look, if Connor's bleeding on the floor, interrupt me. Otherwise, you need to let mommy do her work, okay? So that's the first thing, is we need to get a structure for you. And the other thing that I want to see support you with is getting some kind of benchmarks in place so that each day you can feel that you accomplished something. Because see, right now at the end of each day, if you don't have a job, it's like, you know, you feel like a loser, right?
Yeah.
Whereas what we want to do is come up with specific steps that are moving you towards it, so you can end each day feeling like, okay, I'm moving there, okay?
Yeah.
Then the other thing that we want to start talking about is about what I would call front door versus back door job search.